He's going to go for the TP, but the spin's going to be there from the Juggernaut. And Shad will claim the kill. This creep army, yeah, he's trying to heal himself up and keep himself away from these creeps, but if they get any closer, Aramis now will be able to turn himself around. These creeps trying to run away now. He gets one of them at least. So, you know.
He got the Frost Armor creep, which is probably the best one to get. I want to get back to the point you were talking about with the Purifying Flames. I know a lot of people talk about the purging off effect of the Purifying Flames. But if you look at how much damage it does to how much it heals overall, it's not really that big of a difference. So, like, if you mess up a kill, they only gain 36 HP at level 4. Like, it's not a massive thing, right? So you might have the chance of going to get a kill off of them.
Yeah.
If you mess it up and they gain 36 HP, you're like, well, yeah, whatever. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, true.
I feel like it's not something that people talk about a lot. Because, you know, if you start hitting them up, you're like, oh, that's really bad. But when you look at the numbers, it's like, well, worth a go kind of thing.
Oh, Toby on the top lane. He's going to try and get the transformation off. He will get the transformation off, but he's going to be pinned to a tree once again. Phoenix in the Arena of Blood now as well, so he's not going to be able to run himself away as fast as he is. The walls keep him pinned in, but on the bottom lane, he might be able to turn this one around. Shad, he's taking a lot of damage now from the Metamorphosis. They're going to try and go for this now onto Nora. Nora's going to be able to get himself away from this. Yeah, he's got a TP, but I don't think he gets himself away. Hand of God does come through. The damage now as well. The Sunray keeping him healthy, so they do take this accelerate down now as well, able to turn this one around. Aramis as well as Boom. Boom has popped the exorcism. What's he going to be able to do here? Sunlight will be able to take down Aramis. He's going to be cubed up. It's the only way I can put it there with that lucky shot. Disarmed, but Boom able to get himself up to the high ground.
And now Viking, they're like in this really weird spot where they've just popped exorcisms and they didn't get anything for it. This is 110 seconds downtime, right? And like in their heads, the way they start this draft, they're like, okay, well, we have Lycan TP. You know, if we just pop our spells and run at them, and it feels super good. And then all of a sudden, you know, this big team fight response from aggressive mode every single time. Like, they're defending their towers really heavily. They don't want to give anything away for free. And they're punishing Viking really well at the moment. And Viking are left in this awkward spot now where they have to, like, just farm up on all 3 of their cores because they don't really have too much team fight to fight into them anymore. So going into the late game, they should be feeling okay still, I think. I know they're against the TV, but, like, when you have these 3 cores that all scale relatively well, I don't think they should be worrying too much at this point. Like, I think they should just be looking to change their game plan a little bit here, which it seems like they are. Just to try and farm up a little bit more.
Yeah, that looks like, I mean, do you have to worry about specifically this Chen though while you're looking for the farm? Because he's not shy, like we saw when those fights are going on, he's not shy of keeping himself in a separate lane and looking to push down towers. He's doing it on the bottom lane now as well. He's looking at the tier 2. He does have the guards in Cube and Spartan. So is that something that they really need to be responding to here on the side of the Radiant? You know, looking for those Chen pickoffs, or at least to clean up his creeps?
It's so difficult though, right? Because the Dire control this bot jungle completely. You see they have this ward down, which is difficult to find. You know, unless you're at that observer ward with your courier or something. You usually put the sentry on the top one. In the top hill.
Okay, looks like they might actually come across them inside the Roshan pit. There's going to be the rolling for them to come through now as well. Are they going to be able to get themselves away? Boom's got himself that invis room, so he's going to be able to get himself away from the majority of the damage to Roshan. Only took about a fifth of his health off that AoE stance as well onto the Mars. Mars is going to be able to get himself away from this to chase the Icarus dive through. Yeah, it blocks the entire Stern line now as well. Boom does have the exorcism if he wants to try and pop it for the fight. Are they going to try and turn this one around? Toby does chase down Cube. There's going to be the Eul Scepter now as well onto the Mars. Mars, he's got no arena left. He's going to be sucked off and drained down. It looks like Sunlight. He's going to be able to get himself away with the root. With the damage, he throws his spear and it punches Boom away, but he will still go down. Toby gets himself a double kill. The air. Ooh, that was not a great on/onto. Well, it was onto the illusions. You know, the real Terrorblade runs himself away. This exorcism is about 2/3 of the way through, and it's actually going to be, if you look at the bottom lane, like I say, this fight was going on. Skylark just continues pushing. He does a lot of damage to the tier 3 tower on the bot lane now as well. And they get out and chase him down.
The problem for the Dire side there is, like, the arena pops away, and I thought they were just going to disengage with it because it was a really nice place, but they hadn't popped Exorcism yet on the Radiant side, right? So if you disengage on that fight without using arena aggressively or anything to try and win the fight, they're just going to go into the Roche pit with the Exorcism and take it anyway. So I think they felt forced to try and make something happen there, because if they don't try and take the fight and win it, they're effectively giving away, you know, an Aegis to the Radiant side for free. So I think they felt a little bit pressured there to make something happen, but at least in the meantime, like you say, Scarlet managed to do a lot of damage on this tier 3 bot. It's not awful for them. But again, Radiant should probably be looking to try and make something happen here with this next exorcism now. It's not for a little while. You know, Shapeshift's left in 20, but I think you really want to wait for this exorcism here. They try and take the rest of the tier 2s on the map.
Oh, shit. Comes across Skylark in the jungle. Yeah, and Boom's going to be there as well. The Drain comes through. There's going to be the Old Scepter now as well. So Shadow's going to be able to get in with the spin if he wants to. The AoE silence is going to stop. Well, the hand guard is on cooldown anyway now as well. So Boom is going to be able to get himself away. Yeah, he's such a... I mean, look at the damage that he's able to take. Arena's Blood, the spear will miss now as well. There's going to be an Icarus dive through his spine. Not going to pop this super up just yet. He pops it just outside the arena now as well. But Shad is there to right-click it down. Toby might chase through with the shapeshift. Is he going to go any further? Is he going to be able to get the storm onto Mars? Mars, he's trying to get himself away with Bulwark. He's facing the wrong direction. Now the spear's going to push Celery away. Rolling Thunder comes through. There's going to be Clash now as well. Boom is going to be able to get himself away from this. It looks like he will. But now it's the focus is onto Celery. But it looks like Viking GG just disengaged successfully there as well. They even get themselves a cracked egg out of it.
Oh, this is so good for the Radiant side because they use everything on the Dire. They have no egg, they have no arena, they have thunder either. So Radiant are in complete control here. They have Exorcism still, they've got Oracle ult with the Fortune, False Armor, sorry. Shapeshift's not up, but it doesn't really matter. Omni Slash is about to come up as well, so Dire have to be so scared now. Looks like they're just going to try and walk through and take some tier 2s here, some more towers.
Dire's bottom tower is being
try and even up this lane. They're going to be able to get, well, there's 2 creep waves between them and the tier 2, so it looks like Death Prophet will TP back just to clear these ones off. Terrorblade's pushing up top. I've not really looked at Terrorblade's item. He's got himself a Manta style, going towards the Diffusal Blade and then a BKB. Is this, after the BKB, is that the point where you say Terrorblade should be in these fights all the time? You know, between split push and anytime a fight breaks out, he should be TPing and looking towards helping out in these fights.
It's really difficult for him to help out in these fights at this point though, because he doesn't do... They don't do enough damage on the Dire side, right? Like just in general. This Mask does a decent amount, but it's really lacking in farm at the moment. Yeah. If you look at all 3 Radiant cores, they're at least 1,000 gold ahead of him. And so this TB's the only one that's really doing damage at the moment. And like, yeah, they're difficult to kill on the Dire side. Like they have all this like AoE and all these spells, but if the Radiant can do what they did in the last fight and just reset, like they had the healing wall going the whole time. You know, Dire have to make things happen with their spells. If they don't get anything with them, then it's really difficult for the TB to do anything in the fights.
It looks like they're just going to try and trade tier 2s. I like the Vampire Fangs on the Death Prophet as well. With the Exorcism being physical, it goes off the lifesteal, not the spell lifesteal, so it's a 15% lifesteal on that every time we hit, as well as the heals as well, so... Say that's right.
This TB should not be TPing back right now. Like, I think he has to try and pressure this top tier 3 with the Chen, which the Chen's trying to do by himself at the moment, but I feel like if the TB was there, they would have forced the Radiant to just TP back themselves.
Yeah, Arena of Blood's going to be the Supernova now as well, so he can't get out of that. There's going to be a big storm coming through once it explodes, and the Rolling Thunder inside now as well. This might be a great fight. They're going to be able to pop the Aegis on the Juggernaut through. He's being false promised up. He's going to be getting those heals from the lifesteal from the Exorcism as well, but he still gets popped. And now the chase is on.
Like this is what I mean, this Chen just takes racks though.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's the threat that you need to worry about. As Cube will be able to take down the Oracle now as well. And Nura, well, they draw the battle lines. They want to go straight down the mid lane. Lycan had to TP back away from this fight to stop this push coming through. That's one lane of racks. Juggernaut's back up. He's trying to do what he can. But there's no creeps to fault. Well, no, sorry. There's a creep if he wants to go in and try and get a rack. But while he's doing this, yeah, the mid lane's going to go down. No Death Prophet for 10 seconds. Death Prophet actually trying to buy out with that Aghanim Scepter. Still about 700 gold away from the Blade of Alacrity, though.
This axe on DP, I think it's normally a really good item, right? I think this game, if they're looking to do high ground but early, right, like you get a BKB timing, because the only thing that's stopping you from doing what you want to do at the moment is the arena and the egg and the rolling thunder that comes through. So if you can get this BKB on the DP, like there's nothing that stops you from getting your damage off, right? You just get out of the arena, you chill out a little bit, and then you go in again. Like, axe isn't a bad item, but I think with the timing they were looking for, I think this BKB would be super good for them.
Where are you going?
Okay, Boom's going to be taking a whole lot of damage here just from the illusions. Just needs to move himself away.
Playing up against this TB.
He is building the Shivas. but that's a long way off the Shivas. Lycan, in terms of items, he's got himself to level 3. He's going to go towards an Aghanims of his own, which I can't remember. God, it's been so long since I've seen a... Okay.
The Lycan axe, sorry.
The wolf bite.
The Lycan axe is really funny. It's where you change your ally into a wolf as well, and they get all the shapeshift stuff, so they get and everything as well. Do you remember the meme game where Liquid were playing somebody? I can't remember who it was, and they had Lycan TB. I think they were playing EG or something like that. I can't remember who it was. And yeah, like, so if you just use the shapeshift onto the DP, or I guess the Jug would probably be the big one. You know, they get such a massive damage advantage in the fight. But
what's the...
I feel like they need some like team fight and some aura items at the moment, because
you
can't take these big 5-on-5s the way it is right now.
It looks like Lycan is trying to split push through. No, it's being Goran. It's going to be speared back to his own tower. The Hand of God comes out. That's going to be the false promise, but the damage coming through from the Metamorphosis illusions. I think he might just pop once this wears off.
Oh, he's in Fountain. He should be fine now, I think.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Okay, but
keep going though. Yeah, like
and now Enchantress. God, how quickly Nora took him down. Then look at Nora. Look at all these buffs on Nora on the Terrorblade.
Shad's making. Oh, nice shot. Shad's making the right play at the moment on Jug, because he's just going bottom lane and trying to force him to come back and TP. Like he's threatening this melee Rax. He's actually going to take it as well, which he has to do because they can't even fight at the moment.
Well, there's going to be an Arena of Blood in the mid lane, and now there's not going to be false promise. They take down the Oracle now as well. Boom, Yule Scepter comes out, but there's Supernova. I think it just pops as he comes down from the Yule Scepter now as well. So, boom. Well, he goes boom. And with no buyback for 48 seconds, I don't think aggressive mode stopped here. They can carry on going. Yes, Shad has TP'd back. You know, Pango Cube needs to catch back up. But this looks like it's going to be another lane of Rax, at least a melee Rax. He's trying to do what he can here with the spin, though. Shad's still taking a whole lot of damage. And yeah, this is going to be a second lane of Rax.
This team is already really far from before as well, so they just start smacking it here as well. This Chen is just offering so much damage mitigation, with the Hand of God, with the Mech, with the Hand of Dom, with the Vlads. Like, they're so tanky at the moment on the Dire side.
Yeah, Enchantress 4-5, 6 he goes down. Will be the dive with the Rolling Thunder comes through now as well. I think it's going to be, well, the false promise is it going to be enough to keep Shadow alive here. I don't think it will be. I think he still pops after this. At least Enchantress will get out alive. Find the Chen. Healing himself up with the Mac just to keep himself alive that little bit longer. But only a range Rax stands.
And Shad has to buy back as well. The mid fight wasn't the problem, like before when they took the Rax. I mean, it is a problem, but the problem was like this when they tried to go high ground on in the Dire base bot lane before. I think that was the fight that made like everything really difficult for them. All of a sudden they're just playing on the back foot. You know, Dire just runs back the other way. Well, they managed to catch the Pango there.
Pango got the swashbuckle off as the stance come out, so it looks like he might be fine. Yeah, the stance going to wear off. Yeah, he's just going to be able to go for the blink. Oh, they find Spartan. Spartan should be able to Icarus dive and Sunray himself back to safety. And Roshan back up as well. If, I mean, do aggressive mode go for it? If they win a fight here, do they just go for the end? Because literally only Nora has buyback in the entire game.
I mean, if they win a fight, they can just take the Ranger side as well. Like, it doesn't take long, right? Like, it's not even reading either because it's a Ranger end. So.
Oh, they get the dust off onto the Enchantress. His cube blunts past, and that was a really cute dodge there from Celery. Celery's going to sit inside the road pick, go for the TP. It's actually not the Yule Scepter. It keeps him pinned down, and now he's already died back once. He's going to have no buyback for at least the next 5 minutes, and this opens up the Roshan.
Shad's doing the right thing again, though. He's trying to threaten the high ground mid. Forces some TPs back, so they might be able to try and do something around the pit here after Mars is gone. It's super difficult still. Like, they have no team fight presence at all.
Yeah, they have the 4 drains with the Spirit Siphons as well as Shad's going to be coming in. He's not going to be only slacked up for the next 10 seconds. But he comes out. There's a little bit of a root coming through now as well. A rear blood is going to trap everybody with Roshan. And now it looks like Death Prophet, even with that false promise, yeah, the Eagle Scepter comes out. So, like, he's still going to be doing damage to Boom. And Boom should pop in a second. Tick, tick, boom, maybe? No, it's actually full health. The exorcism, of course, with those vampire fans. It keeps them alive. Yeah, hand of God to keep them healthy. Toby's trying to chase down now with the metamorphosis. Just starting to get. It's about halfway through this metamorphosis group. Still going to be taking damage though. Backline, Shad will find the kill. Spartan buys back. Okay, he's going to come through to Scarlet. Scarlet is going to be tanky enough to get through this. With the load to solve, the damage might still be there with the spin. One more right click. Shad's going to be able to claim that double kill. And Spartan now as well being chased down. Toby's there. The sound comes through, so he's not going to be able to take or stab himself away till that sound wears off.
Oh, I missed the spear on Boom. This isn't too bad for the Dire side though, because they haven't let the Radiant take the rush yet, and they've used all their spells, right? So I think the Dire are just going to be like, okay, well, we'll let you have this for now. We didn't get what we wanted with the metamorphosis and stuff. I don't know if you noticed, the Lycan popped the shapeshift onto the Jug as well. So the Jug was doing so much damage with the Omni Slash.
Middle tower could use some help.
Okay. I didn't even realize he picked it up. Yeah, so the Wolf Bite has it cooldown. The spear though doesn't stick to the GG trees. Does it not stick, or did he just miss because the GG is that big and actually see the trunk of the tree?
I have no idea. This is really good for the Dire though, because like they want these long drawn-out fights where the creeps are starting to push in into the Radiant phase. Because at the moment, like the Radiant, if they ever leave to try and de-push, like the Dire side are just going to walk into the Roche pit and finish it off, right? So they're left in this really awkward position where they're starting to lose their base more and more. The lanes are pushing in.
It's going to be coming through though, Toby though. He's going to be pushed back. Are they going to be trying to go in any further now as well? Scarlet's going to really down low, pops that mechanism. Shad, like you said, the roll from does come through, but Shad's going to try and carry on chasing now as well. It looks like he's going to be stunned up by the Eagle Scepter back into the fight. It looks like Toby now, with his own metamorphosis, trying to chase down SSA Spartan. He just pops the Supernova, and Aramis is going to be able to get himself away as Boom will be able to find a kill into Scarlet. Can now keep being chased down by Shad. The right click, easy kill for Shad. Nura, he was running in, now he needs to run himself away to the rest of his team. There's going to be the Mountain Star being popped, and Toby though, pretty darn low. Can he get through this? They've got to get through this.
All they have to keep doing on the Dire side though is just stop them from being able to defend base, right?
Yeah.
They managed to get Oracle to pop ult on himself as well, so he doesn't have that. And this Dire courier is actually sitting in the pit ready to try and steal something.
Courier has been killed.
Ooh, it was. And now it's not. It is an ex-courier.
TB's going for the base here. Look, he's going for the Ranger X. He wants the Megas. He might just pop Meta here and pop Manta and just go for it. Because like, if they get Megas, the game's so much easier for them.
Yeah, he's popped his Manta Star. He's not
they have
popped
Glyph.
Metamorphosis Star. There it goes. Let's just... It was one auto attack rotation through from it. Nora's going to go for the TP away just outside the base. It looks like he is going to be able to get himself away.
It's 97 HP. The thing is, like, the Chen just needs to leave some creeps down here now, right?
Yeah.
And just, it means that if the top lane ever, or the mid lane ever gets into the base, he just sends the creeps in and just finishes the racks off.
Well, Lycan. Craggy coats up. It's minus 35 attack speed, but it's going to keep him alive with, the plus 12 armor. And who said wolves need no armor?
Yeah, that's true. That's a lie.
It will be countered by the drums. I think he gets most of the attack speed back from the drums. But I mean, it's not really the attack speed that he wants. It's that attack damage, that weight behind the shapeshift. Those crit chances, the crit damage.
I love what the TV's doing here mid as well. He just needs to keep the waves pushed out at the moment. Stop them from being anywhere near his base. The Mars is going for the Ranger X bot as well. You see the top lane's pushing in. There's no back door at the moment. He's just going to try and finish it off. So Viking have to make an all-in play here and just go for the end. If they don't get it here, then they're not going to be able to fight against the Megas. There's drums coming. They actually accidentally died. But,
well, yeah, the drums were coming out. Lars is going to TP himself back. The onslaught comes through though. SSA gets really darn low. Shad, he needs to run himself away. There's going to be the light back coming through. Do they have any heals to keep Shad alive? He's going to try and maybe just go on these racks. He does have the healing ward out now, so that's going to be able to reach it and through. Yeah, they're going to go, but there's going to be a big arena of blood trapping everyone in. The super over the backlines. It looks like he does have the distance. Will he be able to get it? No, one more right click. Aegis, it's going to pop which means Boom was at risk now as well. Boom buys back as he's able to get himself into the fight. It looks like maybe he's going to try and push back from the base. Now, again, Shad, he's trying to do what he can. The Juggernaut, though, he needs to get himself away from the Mars. It looks like he's trying to go for the pain. Meanwhile, False Promise back onto the Oracle, which means they are going to leave the Lycan to die. And Shad, yeah, God's Rebuke comes out. There's going to be the stab, and this time he gets the pin to the tree. And Skylark takes down Aramis now. Shad trying to do what he can to keep himself alive, but it's not going to be enough.
He got the Ag Spike the Jug. That's what the little Omni Slashes are. He's got the Swift Slash, as it's called now. It didn't go well for them, but yeah, I think that's like their only play, right? They lose 2 sets of racks, and they're like, well, we have to try and make something happen. If we lose the fight, it's whatever, the game's over. But this is like the biggest percentage to win the game. I respect it.
Yeah, the early game went quite well for Viking here, but aggressive mode, they were just, well, it's in the name, isn't it? They were just a lot more aggressive.